And now, it's time for Healing from Within with your host, Tony Valen.
Welcome to Healing from Within. I'm your host, Tony Valen. You can contact me, Tony at TonyValen.com, or visit our website, healingfromwithin.net. Follow the show on Twitter at TVHFW. The show is also available on iTunes and YouTube. Just search Healing from Within with Tony Valen or the Tony Valen channel on YouTube. Let's check in with one of our previous guests.
This is Sandy Reevy, creator and founder of Intention Beads, on behalf of Healing from Within with Tony Valen, on Blog Talk Radio with my segment, Bead Well. Today, I'm talking about our relationship with ourselves and those we love. This is the dance of Venus and Mars. Once again, they are together in the sky, and this time they are moving with the moon. Venus is the soft, sensual energy, and Mars is the motivated, masculine energy. When they connect, their energies are exchanged like a tango, moving beautifully as one. The softer female scent shares her essence with the more aggressive male energy. So who doesn't want some of that? With the moon having just crossed these personal planets, we are instilled with a sense of nurturing and comforting feelings. If clear weather that night, we should be able to see them in the evening sky just below the crescent moon, just after sunset. This happens approximately every 2.5 years, so let's not miss this auspicious moment of time. So, on Friday, February 20th, at 7:49 p.m., that's Central Standard Time. Remember, I'm in Chicago, so please adjust to your time zone. We will have until 10:20 p.m. to complete this wish. I will be creating an astrological talisman, and so can you. If you like, you can use the Intention Keychain Kit with instructions available on my website. Or use whatever creative means to form a tangible art piece that will embody this energy and the perfect message to motivate and inspire you on your experiences. A talisman is an object that is made by a creator at a certain time for a definite reason. So here we go. The intention is to peacefully be connected to myself in relation to others. The affirmation is, I am conscious of myself. I express this in a loving manner so that my point is understood. I learn to know myself through this interaction with my partner. Use these words or similar ones to write your intention and affirmation. Sit in meditation and focus on how this feels and looks. By repeating your affirmation over and over again, you will embed this into your subconscious until after time, your conscious mind will follow the intention. This is manifestation. So, on Friday, February 20th at 7:49 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be making these talismans. You can check this out immediately after, where I will post a photo on my Facebook page, Intention Beads, of these pieces still in raw form. Go to my website, intentionbeads.com, to see the bracelets and orbit necklaces that are available now. This is Sandy Reevy on behalf of Healing from Within with Tony Valen here on Blog Talk Radio. Until next time, listeners, peace and bead well.
Joining us on today's show is Cindy Parker. Cindy has been involved in the mystery amazement of therapy of hypnosis for over 35 years. Cindy is certified by the American International Association of Hypnosis, the American School of Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy, and the American Board of Medical and Clinical Hypnotherapy. Some of her specialties are bariatric hypnotherapy for weight loss, smoking cessation, regression therapy, and past life regression. You can learn more about Cindy Parker by going to hypnosisjustworks.com or call her 888-99-BE-HAPPY. Like Cindy on Facebook at Hypnosis Just Works. Cindy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. We're very happy to have you here. So let's get started out with my first question. What are your gifts and how did your journey begin?
Well, I believe anybody can learn hypnosis. I don't really look at hypnosis as a gift because it can be taught. But as far as the gift I believe I have is the ability to hear the true issue the person or client has. It might not be what they thought their issue was, but when I hit that nail on the head, it seems to be very eye-opening for them and very healing. I'm also very confident that hypnosis just works. That's how I got the name of my business. So I already know before any of my sessions that the clients can have amazing results. And I believe that my knowing that instills a confidence about me in the clients also. My journey began when I was 16 years old. I actually had seen a stage hypnotist on television, and I was just so intrigued by what I saw that I just started reading books on it. And one day I was at my girlfriend's house, and we were in her bedroom, and I had this hypnosis book with me. And I was just following it step by step, and my friend was standing in front of her bed, and I moved her by her shoulders in a circle, and her eyes were closed, and she was counting backwards. I was just doing what the book told me to do. And then the next thing I knew, she just fell onto the bed. It just kind of collapsed. And I was shocked, but I was excited. And I decided I got to learn more about what just happened. Yeah. So I began my studies into hypnosis. And then right out of high school, I got hired by a hypnosis weight and tension company to run their weekly sessions. And it was just amazing to see the results and understand how much control our brains have over our habits and behaviors, and I was hooked. And I did many other things in my life, but I continued to learn and practice hypnosis at the same time. And now I'm just a full-time hypnotist. I have 2 offices in the Tampa area. I can do Skype sessions as well as phone sessions, but I really prefer the old-fashioned come into my office kind of sessions and get to know you. And I've also done comedy hypnosis stage shows all over the country. Mm-hmm. I really like the therapy part.
Do you think that the hypnosis is also part of intuition? Do you think you receive intuitively?
I think that I do pick up on people's feelings and what their needs are intuitively or empathetically. I'm not sure, but I do. When I talk to them, certain words they say just pops out at me, even though they don't notice that that's the word that catches my attention. I take notes while I'm interviewing them, and then I use those words, and they're like, oh, my gosh, I didn't even know I said that or did that. So I don't know if that's intuitive or not.
Yeah. What are the benefits of hypnosis?
Oh, it's really hard to just list them all, but one big benefit is 15 minutes of hypnosis is the same as 8 hours sleep. So you're so relaxed physically and mentally. So your body gets to renew itself, it gets to heal, it gets to make the changes that people just can't really do in the normal waking state.
Very interesting. Now, let me ask you, what would you say, or what's your opinion on the difference between hypnotherapy and meditating?
I call them first cousins. I believe that with meditation, you're relaxed, but you're trying to clear your mind. And with hypnosis, you're relaxed, but you're putting in positive suggestions, and you're trying to change bad habits that you have. So otherwise, it's very similar. They're both great for you. I like when people learn. A lot of times they'll go, oh, this was like in my yoga class at the end because we relaxed at the end. And it is. It's very similar and very good for you.
Right. What types of things can you assist people with hypnosis?
Well, it can help anything that you need help with, from changing your mindset, your behaviors, and habits, to remembering things from your past that you didn't realize were affecting you in this life now, such as losing weight. You can quit smoking. You can handle or sometimes totally remove pain. You can adjust your hormones. You can have more self-confidence. You can overcome phobias. You can be better at a certain sport. Even Tiger Woods used a hypnotist all the time. It can help have a better memory. It can help you with public speaking. Some people would rather die than public speak, and that can be fixed easily with hypnosis. You need less anesthesia. You feel calmer during surgery. You heal faster after surgery. It can help cancer patients to have fewer side effects from chemo and radiation and even help them heal. And I used hypnosis to help women give birth without medication for many years, as well as helping people with migraines. There's just really no end to the use of hypnosis.
And based on what you're helping people with, what would you say is the average amount of sessions that they would have to go through, or can someone get cured in one time only?
Well, certain things like smoking cessation or phobias usually takes one session. You could be a non-smoker, yeah. But with like weight loss, you have to eat the rest of your life. So you're going to need multiple sessions, one to motivate you to work out, one to motivate you to eat less. There's just a lot more of a process to weight loss, but it works better than any other process out there. I've actually had smokers that one guy was in his 80s, and he came to me and he's like, I can't quit, but I have a lung infection. I know I have to. One session, and he quit, and he sent me a thank you note. He couldn't believe it. And a lot of clients have tried everything you can think of to quit smoking, and they use hypnosis as the last resort, and yet that's the one thing that really works for them.
So let me ask you, when you talk to people, what do you hear them say as far as what is their number one fear about hypnosis?
That I'm going to take control of their mind, and they're going to be unconscious.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's a very, it comes from movies and television in the old days that they showed hypnosis like that. But it's such a fallacy because you're totally in control when you're in hypnosis. You're in control the whole time. And if I said anything that was against your beliefs or your morals, you wouldn't accept the suggestion. And some people even feel like they're not even in hypnosis, like they could just get up and walk out. So they don't even believe they were. But I do give them something for when they leave here that they notice, and then they'll go, oh, well, maybe I was hypnotized, because you just feel normal.
And in these sessions that you give them or treatments that you give them, do you somehow give them an affirmation or a one word they can use that will trigger that cure or whatever to help them get over stuff?
It depends on what they're seeing me for, but yes, I can give them a cue that they can use the rest of their life, yes, for certain things.
Wow. Okay. Can you share with us some of the experiences that you've had with your clients? Yeah, of course, without giving names, just experiences.
Oh, I've just had so many. I helped women give birth with natural childbirth for years, and they had no medication at all. The babies, they had higher APGAR scores, which just means that they were healthier at birth. They were pinker. They had good oxygen flow. And the mothers, they were allowed to go home sooner with their babies, and they healed faster. And doctors are always amazed at the recovery of any surgery or anything that has to do with hypnosis. I've had clients lose weight and reach their goals after they tried every fad diet out there. And not only did they reach their goals, but they kept it off, and it helped them make lifestyle changes that they need for life. They didn't just go on a diet. I've had so many amazing experiences. I just had a gentleman 2 days ago, actually 3, on Tuesday. He used to be a boxer. He's 73 years old, and he came to me for some changes he wanted made, and he was in this beautiful, relaxed state, and he was in the chair for about an hour, and afterwards, he jumped out of the chair when I emerged him. He jumped out, he put his hands up in the air like Rocky Balboa, and he was just so excited, and then he grabbed and hugged me, and then he kissed me on my cheek, and then he hugged me again and kissed me on my cheek. It was like I felt like a grandkid. I felt like this little baby that he was just thanking so much. But yeah, you feel really good. It's like a brain massage. Everyone should get one once a week.
I think that's very interesting, the way you said that. It probably is. It probably relieves all the stress and whatnot and puts them in a better place. So out of all the people that have come to you, looking for help, what would you say is the number one need that people need help with?
It's a tie. I get most people are here for either quit smoking or to lose weight. I get a lot of people with confidence issues. So those are probably the 3 I see most people for. Mm-hmm. I've done everything you can think of, helping people study better and pass tests. And I've done children. I've done hair pulling. I've done ticks. I've done night terrors. It's really anything that is a problem to you in your own thought that this bothers me, hypnosis can help you with it.
What type of person is the most stubborn type of person that can be put into hypnosis?
Well, because hypnosis is a natural state of mind, everybody can be hypnotized. But if you don't want to be hypnotized, I can't hypnotize you. Again, it's not controlling your mind. So you have to want to. You have to give me permission and be open to it. That's all. And I find men are the main people, and a lot of women, but mostly men say, I don't think I can be hypnotized. And yet they go in so easily because it is a natural state of mind. You go in and out of trance every day. When you're driving your car and you get home and you don't remember stopping or you're daydreaming, you're in a trance. You're just driving. You've taught your subconscious mind how to drive a car, and you hand it over to the subconscious mind, and you get on your phone or you're singing or you're eating. You're doing everything except paying attention to driving, and you get home safely. That's because you're in a trance and your subconscious mind knows how to drive. So it is a natural state. You go through hypnosis every night into the sleep state. So when you're laying in bed and you're all cuddled up with your pillow and your blanket and your eyes are closed and you feel really good, but you're not asleep, you're just resting, you're heading into the hypnosis state, which is the theta state of the brainwave. Everybody's been there. Everyone can be hypnotized. You just have to make an agreement and trust the hypnotist.
And I'm sure that in today's society, that's easier said than done. At least I know for me, it wouldn't be so. Talk to us about regression therapy, past life regression, and what the difference is between both. Regression therapy is one of the most life-changing experiences for my clients. Many times we have behaviors that we don't even understand. And it could be low self-esteem, anger, depression, could be fear of failure or fear of success, or just feeling unworthy. And some people stutter, and some have tics, and there's lots of different feelings and behaviors that seem to come from nowhere. Well, regression therapy is a way to go back in time and find where or why the feelings or behaviors ever started. And usually it's from something that you saw or heard or felt at a very young age. So in hypnosis, I can take you back in time, and once you find that first event that started your issue, and then you can see how it was compounded over the years and understand how it's affected your life. And then with the help of hypnosis, you can actually change the behavior and move forward without having that same feeling or behavior anymore. So it's just a very healing process. I have had some clients go back while in hypnosis back to the womb. In the womb, they had that feeling of being unwanted or unloved, and they might have even heard the parents fighting and saying things that affected them. And that feeling just stayed with them throughout their life. So you never know how far back you have to go to find that first event that's causing your issue. Now, I have had many clients go back to a past life experience, and you asked what the difference is. So I like to say regression therapy is going back in this lifetime to find the issue, and past life is going back even further to a memory of the past to find the issue. Some clients want to go back in time just to see if they had a past life and what it was like. And either way, it's very interesting and it's very entertaining, and it's also very healing. So I had a client that was having a really hard time letting her teenage daughters do anything without just constantly checking in with them. Yeah.
And they were good girls. They were both she adopted them, but she had this hold on them, and she was just driving them crazy, as well as herself. One of them was 17 years old, and I said, next year she can leave you. She's going to go away. She'll go to college. You won't be able to have that grip. You need to let go some. So we had this session, and it was very intense and very detailed, but I'll sum it up. We were going back in time during her session, and she had a spontaneous past life come up, and she was suddenly this young girl in a farmhouse, and she had been my client for a long time, so I knew she didn't live on a farmhouse, so I knew we were in a different lifetime. But she was watching over her little brothers, and her mother and father were in the bedroom, and her mother was screaming, and her father came out, and he handed this newborn baby wrapped up in towels. It was a little baby sister, and handed her to my client. And she didn't hear her mom screaming anymore, and the father went to go get more towels. And she walked into the room and couldn't wake her mom. Her mom had died during this child's birth. And my client, at that moment in time, made a promise to take care of the siblings and never let them out of her sight. Never let them out of her sight. And she carried that promise into this lifetime. And it was just so eye-opening for her and healing for her. And she was then able to let go and give her daughter some space.
Wow. Yeah, I can imagine. I can just imagine how kind of like holding your breath and you're finally able to exhale. Does anyone ever come up to you with any sexual issues?
Yes, I've had male and female come to me with sexual issues.
And you're able to help them?
Well, it depends what the issue is. I always have something like that. I have them be checked by a doctor first. I want to make sure there's nothing physically wrong. And then if there's nothing physically wrong, then I can help them because it means it's mentally, emotionally, or spiritually wrong. The biggest sex organ is the brain. Mm-hmm. So if they go to the doctor and they say nothing's wrong, well, we have to figure out what the issue is.
How does the session work? Like, for instance, someone walks in the door. Take us through the process.
Okay, well, I have two different offices. I bring them in. They'll see my receptionist, and they'll call me. I'll come get them. I'll bring them in, and I have two chairs that are just regular chairs, and we sit and we talk. And I have them fill out forms so I know more about them, and they have to multitask. While they're filling out the forms, I'm still asking them questions, and I'm hearing their answers. And that's the important part is listening, because that's when I find little nuggets of information that they don't even realize they're saying. And I take those gems and use them later. But we just talk about their issue. And a lot of people have the same issue, but everyone has their own story. So I need to know that story, and I need to know who's involved. Really what I'm doing is just getting enough information, because your conscious mind is not the same as your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind remembers every second of your life. Your conscious mind barely remembers 7 to 10 things at a time anyway, and it's very negative, and it's like, I don't know if hypnosis will work, and I don't know if I can be hypnotized, and, is this for real? And that's what your conscious mind is doing the whole time. Mm-hmm. I don't care, because I don't talk to the conscious mind. I am at that point talking to it, but I'm picking up information to use for the subconscious mind. So after we talk and I let them know how safe they are and everything's okay and they feel comfortable with me, then I have them move over to my recliner. I call it my magic chair. When they sit in the recliner, I dim the lights down and I turn on some background music, and then I do all different ways depending on the person. I pick what I think is best for them to have them relax. And then it depends if we're going to go into a past life or just do direct suggestion. I mean, every session is so different, but I'll do their session. And then afterwards, I count to 5 or 10, and they're wide awake and they feel amazing, and they're usually floating on air. And because 15 minutes of hypnosis is the same as 8 hours sleep, they walk out of here like floating, and they feel relaxed for days. I had one client say to me, I do this every other week, and I don't know why everyone does it. He says, I go to a massage therapist and it feels great, but then when I get behind the wheel and I'm driving home and my shoulders are back up at my ears and I'm tense again. He's like, so it's good for your body, but this is good for your brain. Why doesn't more people try this? And I don't know, because it just has this image that people have from the old days. That's just not the truth about hypnosis.
Are one of the issues or problems that you can deal with, and do you feel that a hypnotherapist can deal with, is alcoholism? Is that something that can be helped with in your profession?
Yes, I actually have helped with alcoholics. I would never say one session and you're cured, but I have had people have one session and send me testimonials. It's been a year or 2 years now, and I haven't had a drink and I don't want to. You know, everyone has their own way of responding to things. For hypnosis, some people take that first suggestion and run with it. Other people, they need to get other help. They need to go to AA. They need other support systems, and there's nothing wrong with that. So by putting it all together and using every modality that can help you be healthy, that's what you should do. And I feel that same way with everything, even the medical field. You know, hypnosis was accepted into the American Medical Association in 1958. doctors were using it instead of anesthesia. For people that couldn't have it, that were allergic to it, what would they do? So they brought in hypnotists, and they used it so they could have their needed surgeries. So it was accepted way back then. But then it kind of faded out of sight, and actually stage shows kept it in the forefront, even though it scares people because they think you're controlling these people on stage and controlling their mind, making them do things they would never do. It still kept hypnosis around. And now hypnosis is coming back in. Dentists are asking hypnotists to help. Weight loss clinics are asking hypnotists to help. And so now it's becoming a modality to work together, Western and Eastern medicines coming together. So it's quite exciting.
The second fear that I feel people would have in coming to a hypnotherapist is confidentiality. What holds you to holding in confidence what they tell you?
They have to trust me. We have to have a rapport. I do this for a living. I've been doing it for over 35 years. I have them fill out a confidential report, and I have files that I lock away. I actually put them under lock and key unless they give me permission, which a lot of people do. They love the results. They want to share it. They want everybody out there to know how it helps them. So I usually get more of that than I get of please don't tell anyone.
I just thought that maybe some people wouldn't even walk in the door because, they'll walk in once and tell you all their secrets, and then all of a sudden they don't want to see you again.
Well, here's the thing, and it is another mistaken point that a lot of people think they're going to tell me their deep, dark secrets and that they wouldn't know that they're telling me, and it's not that way at all. You know exactly what you're doing. You won't do anything or say anything against your beliefs, your morals, or your own will. So you're pretty safe. And people think, you're going to control me. Well, if that was true, why aren't all the hypnotists getting your debit cards and taking your PIN numbers? And we should all meet on an island somewhere and be wealthy. It doesn't work that way. You know what you're saying, and you're actually finding out information about yourself that's new to you. But if there was anything that you did not want shared, it would definitely not be shared.
This is Tony Valen, host of Healing From Within. You can contact me, Tony@TonyValen.com. Visit our website, healingfromwithin.net. Follow the show on Twitter @TVHFW. The show is also available on iTunes and YouTube. Just search Healing From Within with Tony Valen or look for the Tony Valen channel on YouTube. We're talking to guest Cindy Parker. Cindy is certified by the American International Association of Hypnosis, the American School of Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy, and the American Board of Medical and Clinical Hypnotherapy. Some of her specialties are bariatric hypnotherapy for weight loss, smoking cessation, regression therapy, and past life regression. You can learn more about Cindy by going to hypnosisjustworks.com or call her 888-99-BE-HAPPY. Like Cindy on Facebook, Hypnosis Just Works. Cindy, on your website, you offer different CDs and MP3s. Tell us about them.
Well, these are all self-hypnosis recordings. I made these recordings to help people dealing with issues that can't get private sessions. They can't get the help they need. And it usually takes listening to a session like that on MP3 or CD 28 days in a row to change a habit, for it to become a new permanent habit in their life. You have to make sure you're in a comfortable place, so you don't want to be listening when you're driving your car. But I do offer all different issues to be handled on MP3s.
And how are these helpful?
Well, my Freedom from Stress sessions not only been used to help relieve stress, but have actually been used for insomnia for many clients. And I've had doctors use it for their stroke victims, because after a stroke, a lot of patients become very anxious. So my Freedom from Stress recording really seems to help them. I have a testimonial I just got from a client that hadn't slept well in over 47 years. She's 61 years old, and she couldn't believe it. So this session worked great for her. And the nice thing is you can just listen to it every day, forever. You can have it anytime you need it. If something new happens in your life and you're stressed out again, you just listen to it again. But what it does is it trains your brain to respond differently to stress than the way you're handling it now. But as we know, everybody has stress. Everyone. Actually, 85% of the doctor visits are stress-related. Again, everybody can use this MP3 or CD.
Right.
I have a weight loss program. I believe my weight loss program is my greatest achievement so far. It has an ebook to follow step by step. It tells you what to eat, how to exercise, what vitamins to take. as well as 8 different self-hypnosis sessions to deal with all the things that I found to be the issues for people that want to lose weight. And the ebook even tells you which sessions to listen to when.
So are these standalones, or are these just like aids to what you offer, or both?
Well, I would say they're both. You can use as standalone and just pick which one would help you the most, or have one of each of them, because you can just listen over and over and over. But I do like the sessions to be in an adjunct to coming in, because then I can make the session very personalized.
When I introduced you, the one thing I didn't mention is that you are also an entertainer. I apologize for not introducing you that way. Talk to us about how you combine comedy and hypnosis.
Well, after about 20 years of doing hypnotherapy, I decided I wanted to have some fun. So I started doing stage shows, and I did them all over the country for all different ages and groups. But what always amazed me was the subjects that stayed up on the stage would come up to me afterwards and say, wow, I haven't felt that good in years, or how come my back doesn't hurt? I had an accident, and I haven't been able to sit still for 5 minutes, and I was up there for hours, and I feel better than when I came up. And this happened all the time. It's really hard to explain the power of the brain, because the brain's just so amazing that when you allow yourself to go into such a relaxed state or trance state, that you can do things that maybe you couldn't do before. Doing the stage shows also helped me to teach people about all the wonderful benefits of hypnosis. And being up on stage, the subject feels almost like they've just had a couple of drinks and their inhibitions are down. They're not as shy or embarrassed, but it's great fun, and they're still in control. So if I ask the person on stage to do something against their beliefs or morals, or they just don't like it, it's embarrassing, they won't do it. They'll just sit there and they'll ignore my suggestions. But the people that do come up on stage, they want to be on stage. They want to have fun. They want to goof around, and that's what makes it so much fun. It's not the same as hypnotherapy. I don't make anyone cluck like a chicken or bark like a dog, which everyone thinks I might do. Yeah.
I know that in the conversations that you had with my producer, Larry, you said that you did extra studies. What were they, and how did they change what you do?
I've studied with some of the people that I think are the best all over the country, and I try to learn from somebody different all the time. And I've been doing this a long time. I've had many, many different teachers and lots of certifications, but I'm always open to learning and finding out new information. I consider it the same as if I was a doctor and I need to just keep up on any of the new procedures and ideas or information that would help my clients. I will always be studying and learning so that I can be the best in my field and hopefully help everybody that comes to me the best I possibly can.
What is the best way to get a hold of you?
Well, they can call me at the 888-99-BE-HAPPY, which is really 888-992-3427. It works either way. You can type in all the letters or not. Or they can email me, Cindy@hypnosisjustworks.com.
Thank you so much. Tell us, what's next for Cindy Parker?
Well, I just opened my second
Congratulations.
office, and that's keeping me, thank you, and that's keeping me pretty busy. I do think my next big step will be writing several self-hypnosis, self-help books, and a book with the collection of my regressions and past life regression stories that I have permission to write about. And that should keep me busy for a while at least.
So when you have those books, please let us know. We'd love to bring you back and talk about your books.
Okay, that'd be great.
Cindy, I want to thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me on your show and allowing me to share this information with your listeners. I really would love getting that word out about hypnosis, and I can't thank you enough.
Wonderful. And the one thing I did not ask you, and I wanted to ask you to share with everyone, where are the two locations that your office is in?
14502 North Dale Mabry Highway in Tampa, and I have one at 6914 West Linebaugh Avenue, Suite 102.
Our thanks to Cindy Parker. Cindy has been involved with the mystery, amazement, and therapy of hypnosis for over 35 years. Cindy is certified by the American International Association of Hypnosis, the American School of Hypnosis and Hypnotherapy, and the American Board of Medical and Clinical Hypnotherapy. Some of her specialties are bariatric hypnotherapy for weight loss, smoking cessation, regression therapy, and past life regression. You can learn more about Cindy by going to hypnosisjustworks.com or call her 888 Be happy. Like Cindy on Facebook, Hypnosis Just Works. You are listening to Healing from Within with Tony Valen on Blog Talk Radio, airing Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central. Visit our website, healingfromwithin.net. Contact me directly, tony@tonyvalen.com. Please follow the show on Twitter, @TVHFW. The show is also available on iTunes and YouTube. Just search Healing from Within with Tony Valen, or look for the Tony Valen channel on YouTube. Thank you so much, and love and light from all of us here at Healing from Within.